Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today I'm going to show you the 5 key components to a pro home studio. Today we are talking about home studio essentials, but before we dive in, if you want to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process and really start honing your workflow, then I have just the thing for you. It is my 7-step mixing checklist. It's a simple PDF that will guide you through the entire mixing process, step by step, to help you get professional, radio-ready mixes without the hassle and without the guesswork. It is completely free. You can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump into our home studio components. Key component number 1 for a pro home studio is, of course, your computer. Now you can 100% start your home studio using exactly the computer you have, whether it's a laptop, desktop, Mac, Windows, Linux, whatever you have, you can definitely start your home studio there. As you move forward, though, you will find the limitations on whatever device you are using, and you will, of course, want to upgrade and get something more powerful, something that can support all the plugins, all the VSTs you're using, all the virtual instruments, virtual amplifiers, that type of thing. Now, my recommendations for computers are definitely Mac. I love Mac for audio. Windows I love for gaming, any type of gaming. Windows definitely has the leg up, but for any kind of audio software, audio processing, Mac is definitely the way to go. Now, in today's generation, laptop or desktop really doesn't matter anymore. Laptops are getting pretty powerful, but if you want to go the Mac route, one of my favorites is definitely the Mac Mini. Here on Amazon, here we have a couple different versions of the Mac Mini. Mine is pretty old and it's still getting the job done. I think I got mine in 2012 or so, and it's still getting the job done for me. Of course, I have an external drive, which is something you want to get down the road. It's not essential, but it's something you want to get down the road to help your computer take a little bit of the load off with all of the processing and all the storage. If you want to go the laptop route, Apple definitely has some great laptops as well. You know, the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, they're definitely going to get the job done for you. They're going to support your DAW, they'll support your interface, and they will definitely be able to support all of your processing, your plugins, your VSTs, and your virtual instruments and amplifiers as well. Windows has some great options as well. If you're looking at a Windows 10 laptop, you just want to take a look at your RAM and your CPU processing to make sure it can support your DAW and it can support all of your plugins and processing. Key component number 2 to building a pro home studio is, of course, your DAW. Now, my DAW of choice these days is Studio One. I love PreSonus Studio One. This is what I've been working with for a long time now, since actually version 2, Studio One 2 is what I started on all those years ago. I did use Pro Tools for a while. For me, Studio One is just so much more user-friendly, but Pro Tools will definitely get all of the job. I'm saying definitely too much in this video. Pro Tools will absolutely get the job done for you. All of these DAWs basically do the same thing. Studio One, Pro Tools, Logic, GarageBand, what else? Ableton. They're all going to get the job done for you. You just want to look at what you're going to be doing with your DAW. If you're going to be doing a lot of live tracking, rock bands, grunge bands, that type of thing, where you're doing drums and vocals and guitars and all that, you probably want to reach for something like PreSonus Studio One or Avid Pro Tools. Those are a lot more suited to multi-tracking, live multi-tracking like that. If you want to go the route of programming, a lot of that type of stuff, I believe Logic's really good for that, and so is Ableton Live. So it's just what you're going to be using the DAW for. So take that into consideration before you start looking at your DAW. Again, my preference is PreSonus Studio One. It will do everything you need it to do. It will do all the programming, all the processing, all the live multi-tracking. Most of these DAWs are all-in-ones like that. It's just some are a little bit suited to different genres than others. Key component number 3 to a pro home studio is your audio interface. Now, I started out with the Audio Box USB. I started out with actually an older version than the the 96 here. It was a blue metal box like this, but it had the same components and the same kind of knobs here. So this is just a 2-channel interface, which is more than enough to get you started in your home studio. As you grow, as you build things out, you can definitely reach for things like I'm using here, which is a 32-channel mixer. If you want to go a 22-channel mixer, 24-channel mixer, just build as you go and make sure you only have what you need as you're building things out, okay? So if you just need 2 channels to get started, then just get 2 channels to get started. There's no need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a big rack mount mixer if you don't need 16, 24, 32 channels of input. If you just need 2, start with 2. The audio box is a great place to start. It has 2 channels. It has a headphone input here on the back. It has monitor outs. It has MIDI outs. And it has your USB here to go into your computer. Another great place to start is the Focusrite 2i2 here. Another 2-channel interface with headphone outs and outs on the back for your monitors as well. Again, this is just taking into consideration what you need and what you're going to do, right? If you're using Pro Tools, you probably want to reach for something Focusrite. Focusrite usually goes very well with Pro Tools software. They're very compatible. If you're going the PreSonus route, if you grab Studio One, then maybe you want to reach for a PreSonus interface. They have the 2 channels like this. I believe they still have 16 channels. They have rack mounts, and they have full featured mixers as well, if that's what you need. Key component number 4, right? 4? Yeah, 4 for a pro home studio is your microphone. Now, I always recommend starting with a good condenser microphone. My first condenser microphone that I used all of the time was the AKG P220. I bought it at Guitar Center so many years ago. It was $150. I think they were running a sale, so I think I got it for like $120 or something back then. But this is a good condenser microphone, solid build. It's going to hold up over time. It comes with a shock mount, and it comes with a nice sturdy case to hold it in. The reason you want to start with a condenser microphone like this is it's because it's a lot more flexible in a studio environment than, say, a dynamic microphone, or a ribbon microphone. A condenser microphone, you can put it on vocals, you can put it on guitar amps, you can put it on drums, you can put it on bass, you could put it on keys, you could put it on your piano, you can put it on almost anything and get a great sound out of it. If you reach for a dynamic microphone to start, like an SM57 or something like that, it's not going to give you great sounds on everything. It'll work awesome on guitar amps, it'll work pretty good on bass amps, it'll do okay on vocals, it'll do great on snare drums, but maybe not kick drums. So if you're starting out here, definitely reach for a condenser microphone as your first microphone. My first condenser microphone was, like I said, this AKG P220, but another great alternative starting out is the Rode NT1. This is a fabulous microphone, comes with a pop filter, comes with a nice little cover for your microphone to keep it safe. It's a great sturdy microphone, just a little bit pricier than the AKG P220, which I started out on. Both of them are great options, and they will cover a variety of instruments very well and give you a great sound. Our final piece here, component number 5 for a pro home studio, is headphones or monitoring. If you're just starting out, if you're just building the pieces for your home studio, I 100% recommend starting with headphones. Studio monitors can be very expensive to start out with, and it's a confusing world to get into. It's very easy to reach for a pair of headphones like this. This is what I started on, Audio-Technica ATH M20Xs. That's a mouthful. They're closed back monitoring headphones. They are only $50, and they will do the job very well for you. They're closed back, so nothing's going to bleed out. You can use them for mixing as well as tracking. Nothing's going to bleed out of your headphones into your vocal mic or into your guitar mics or drum mics or anything like that. They have a great sound, and any headphones you buy to start off with, all you want to do is get to know them very well. The better you know your headphones, the better mixing decisions you're going to make with your headphones. These are a great pair of headphones to start off with. I have them over here for tracking keys, for tracking any kind of vocals or guitar in the room. Eventually, I did upgrade for mixing purposes. For mixing, I love these Sennheiser HD280 Pros. They're also closed back headphones. They have a little bit thicker isolation here around the ear, and they have some nice padding up top as well for your head. They're a little bit more comfortable. They're a little bit bigger in terms of the earpieces. So for me, they're more comfortable to have on for longer stretches of time than the Audio-Technica headphones. These are a little bit too stiff for me to wear for long periods of time when I'm mixing or if I'm tracking vocals for long periods of time. These Sennheiser HD280 Pros have a significantly better sound, I would say, than the Audio-Technica headphones, and they're about double the price. These are $100 compared to the $50 of the Audio-Technica headphones. But either of these headphones will get you a great sound to get you started. And like I said, it's just about how well you know your headphones to inform your mixing decisions. The last piece we're going to cover here for home studio components, and we're doing a little bit of a bonus here, are all-in-one bundles like this. This is pretty similar to the bundle I started with a long time ago. It wasn't Studio One 5, and they didn't have their own microphones or own headphones, but it was a bundle like this that I got started with. I don't think it came with studio monitors back in the day either, but it came with the Audio Box USB, it came with Studio One 2, it came with Sterling microphones, I believe. A Sterling condenser microphone. I can't remember the headphones it came with. It might have been these Audio-Technica headphones back in the day. I mean, it didn't come with studio monitors like this. So if you're going to buy a studio package like this, the only thing you have to take into consideration is your computer. And like I said previously, you can 100% start your home studio today using your laptop or your desktop at home. And if you're going to go that route, one of these bundles like this from PreSonus is a great way to go. This is the PreSonus Audio Box 96 Ultimate Hardware and Software Recording Bundle. This is something they put together a couple years ago for their 25th anniversary of, the Audio Box USB. Great interface. They're making pretty solid microphones. Nice pair of headphones to get you started. And what is it? Studio One Artist, I just finished eating, so a little bit burpy here. But it comes with Studio One Artist, which is a cheaper version of their DAW here. I believe it goes for $99, if the page will load. Yeah, Studio One Artist here is going for $99, so it's a good little bundle here to get you your DAW, your interface, your microphone, and your headphones. That's 4 of our 5 home studio components, and the only other thing you need is your laptop or your computer at home. That's it. Those are our 5 key components to get your home studio started. We have your computer, we have your DAW, we have your audio interface, a microphone, and monitoring or headphones to get you going. I hope that was helpful for you all. Like I said, if you are ready to take your mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your workflow, then I have the tool for you, and it is completely free. It is my 7-step mixing checklist. Download it below and start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.